Welcome to Satisfactory City. My name is Nilaus, and this is episode 35 of our stream series recap, streaming recap of day 35. And what is this awful mess that used to be my beautiful aesthetic base, and why did I not prepare it? Well, I wanted to leave it as a mess because that's kind of the mess we left at the end. So we started doing a lot of infrastructure, and that's why the whole scaffolding here is still left. But we'll come back to that at the end of this episode. First, I want to go to the stuff we actually built. Let's see if I can get here. I think I've been having a bit of issues with this. Yep. This will also illustrate how I am moving around in my base. And we are heading towards the red tower at the horizon. The red tower over there is our Stator tower. And that's where we are heading. I did actually have a crash earlier. It doesn't happen often, but I did have a crash, so I had to redo the recording. Let's see if it crashes again. It was when I came in here, flying in here, so we're going to do exactly the same and see if we can reproduce it. Which means it won't happen because you're actually listening to it. Boom. Alright, so what we're doing here in the status, we are... let's actually start from the back, or start from the end. We are going to start with the stator build up here. Dive. Nope, don't go climb up there. And up here, this is why we have the skywalk, so use it. This is our stator build, and it does have one glaring problem, but we'll get back to that. Very nice, 6 of these. They are each producing the standard stator build, not the improved, but the improved, or the alternate version is using Caterium wire, but we had 2 iron deposits here, and we really don't need that much stators, so let's not waste some precious Caterium on it and just go like this. Now what we're seeing here is the iron steel pipes coming in, and that is a massive issue. It's not an issue we are dealing with right now, but it's something that absolutely has to be dealt with because that's not working. This one goes in, it takes a lot of iron wire. Let's just have a look. I think each of them takes 60 per minute. Yeah, 60 per minute times 6 times 8, that's 720, so that's pretty close to the full capacity of a belt. You can see it's not moving as fast as it should, and the reason why is because of the lack of steel pipes. As you can see, they're just coming in just in very low quantities. So this floor is making and this floor here is making our iron wire. I really like the iron wire recipe. Blah. Yeah. This is where it crashed, so let's not hope it does that again. Comes in. See, this is the part here. There is a mining location here. This is only an impure, but with a Mark II miner and 3 shards in it, it still delivers 300 per minute, and that is more than enough. This one, 6 of these, that is 1800. No, 180. Going 180 in, 180 out. And that goes into each of these taking 15 in, 67.5 out. So that'll fill up the entire belt. And everyone's happy. So over this belt here, this is where we take the iron wire up. And you can see at this location here. Oh, we made a nice little thing here. So we had to get several floors up. I want to try to see if this one is a way to extend it, so you can actually, this one could actually make it all the way up. It can reach 2 floors exactly, but this one actually, it looks really cool, like going in and out. Then from the outside it looks like one continuous, so I should actually be doing that for things that are like some of those that are too high, reach too high. I think I should be doing this generally. That's just a nice little idea. Alright, so this one is coming out the status. Status, where might they be going? Ooh, a box of shame. Ah, what do we have here? Ah, nice. Take all. Take all. Sweet. And just hit random keys. Alright, so we have it going into a train station. See, this is not filling up very fast. Let's have a look at the train to see if we can hitch a ride on the train. Anyone know where it's coming? Is it coming in? It does look kind of stuck, doesn't it? Oh, right. I had to move it. So, yeah, I had to move it. because now there are 2 train stations. Aha, look at this. This train station is heading that direction. We'll come back to that. And the other train station here. That's the one. Data out. There, this one out, and here. Timetable. Timetable? That's odd. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's not very odd because you can see how much of a mess I've made of my entire beautiful base. So the thing we did was we built the status to work and then we broke it again. Oops. Because that was going in here, but that's not working because I now need 2 stations. I need status out for 2 things. So we're gonna hitch a ride on the train. If we can find it, it's always good to run on the tracks. Kids, don't try this at home. But we can get a nice view of the base from the outside. Is there a smarter way to do this? Always a smarter way to do this. Is there a belt we could hitch a ride on? Not really. I need to get over there. We saw the train over there. So. There. You can see I've added pillars and that tree keeps respawning. So no matter how many times I kill it, it will come back all the time. There are unfortunately some of those pillars here that cannot be killed. Or some of the trees that cannot be killed. That's a bit of a shame. At least this one is not interrupting too much. Wow, engaging gameplay. You can hear the steel turbine, the steam coal turbines above us. Actually, there shouldn't be turbines, they're just burning. I don't know. How do we actually create power from coal without having steam to drive some turbines? What the hell? My train is gone. Okay, that could have been done better. Alright, we hitch a ride on this one. And you can see this beautiful line here going into the motor tower. So we also did the motor tower in this episode. It was quite a productive run here. But going up faster. And we can go in here. There we go, that's the train. Motors, stator in. It goes out here. It's doing pretty well. It's got enough. That's just Criterium, just getting stuck here. So this goes up. It goes 2 floors up. Go, go, go. There. 2 floors up. And we are using alternate motor recipe, which unfortunately requires the manufacturer. It does. It's basically the normal recipe is 2 rotors, 2 stators, but if we add another crystal oscillators, we get 3 instead of 1. I don't know how that works, but it does work like that. So we did that because we have the crystal oscillators right over there, and why not? And this is producing motors. We don't really need motors in stupidly high amounts. We have 30 per minute coming out now. It seems like an okay amount. And it will be idle most of the time. Now it will be used for the turbo motor, which is the key ingredient. And then when we built this one, we were like, so what are we going to do from here? And let me just get on top of that one. Okay, I cannot get on top of this one apparently. There. So we started looking at, well, you know, I actually want to build, let's jump up here. I want to build a new tower for the turbo motor. So the thing we started looking at was, well, turbo motors, let's have a look at those, at that recipe, just to get a sense of it. Turbo motor. Now we are going to use the alternate one, which uses more motors. So it's going to be 8. Let's say this is 2.8 is about the 3, so that would be 8 per minute, and then if I have 3 of these, then it's probably going to be around 30 per minute. So this might not be enough for motors to actually get it, but then again, motors are only used for this. Now, so stators, AI limiters, radio control units, and motors. Let's look at our map. Stators, that comes from down here. Motors comes from here. AI limiters come from here, and radio control units come from here. Completely awful planning, right? So all of it, and then I started looking at, well, wouldn't it be possible to say I could get a line out here from the AI limiter. Sorry, yeah, out here. What if I could then get one out here as well? And then go up, and then this one could go here and up. And then suddenly we got everything aligned around this location. That would be a really nice location. It's also close to radio control units and close to heatsink. Not that it matters, but just because it's like the last couple of items we're building. So that's the plan, and therefore we are building the foundation for a monorail here. You can see this one. I can reach this tower. And that's the explanation of why the base... Ooh, landing right on the edge. So we have this monorail. I will build the rail, and then I'll remove it and build it like this one here, where it just has pillars once in a while. And and then we also have from here, from the status coming in and going down here. Oops, I guess I fell down. I want to just look over the railing here. This is exactly below, so we're going to make some tiered some tiered things on top of this. It's going to be awesome. I'm sure of it. I have no doubt that we can make it really awesome. And then it goes over here. Now it has to go a couple of tiles up so that it reaches at the right location. Let's move to this. Let's jump over to our new tower. Here we have the two lines in, the top one being motors, the lower one being stators coming in, and I'm then designing the tower over here to match it. You can see what a mess it is. I didn't even have nobelisks to remove the greenery. I sure as hell hope this greenery is something that does not respawn. Ugh, but it's probably some of the respawning things. I mean, with my luck, it's probably respawning as we speak. And look at this. No clipping, but damn close. So we had to move the tower. That was just absolutely perfect timing, wasn't it? Just so we could see that. And I will have this one being the AI limiters coming all the way from over there in here, dipping down and coming into this floor. And then I kind of had the idea that this floor, basically, if I look at this tower, maybe I can see it a bit from out here. So the lower floor will be stators, the middle floor will be motors, this floor will be AI limiters, and maybe that, you know, I could actually probably take that from... I could probably take that one level down as well. Because all four things are just things that go in. And look at that, beautiful, beautiful train out there. So our issue with this one was pretty much that when we looked at it... Oh, that's really not... Is it working? Okay, kind of okay working. That's kind of where we stepped off just by looking at it, saying this could go in here if this train was moved further out so that it got as close to the edge as possible. That it is possible to make two trains on this, and here I can just move it over and then dip down, but that's never a good idea to dip down. Maybe if I just go a bit lower, then it could sneak underneath that one. Although this level is the same as that level, which means it can't sneak down without it actually going further down. And that's going to be something we're going to have to look at in the next episode, figuring out how to get two trains in at this level, because there are no other options. Well, there is another option, that's belting, but we really want to avoid belting. We want to do trains whenever possible. And this is the part where I'm kind of feeling that this thing would have been awesome if every single thing was done by trains. So every time something needed to be ferried somewhere, I would need to dedicate a train. That I think would be really awesome, because there are not actually that many sort of cross requirements. Like reinforced iron plate, it seems like that's being used for a lot, but it really isn't used for very many things. I think it's used for modular frames, and that's about it, or something. I can't remember. So like oscillators may be used for a few things. Steel pipes are used for quite a few things, but aside from this, it's usually one item is used for two other recipes or something like that. But anyway, I digress. We have an issue of how to figure out how to get more trains in here in the best possible manner. I think the whole trick is going to move it one tile down. So that's where we left off. We're going to build an exciting turbo motor tower and lots of monorails. I think I might actually start building more monorails here and there as part of when we get the base built out. Because I think they just look absolutely phenomenal. Just the feel of just having a train somewhere in the background, just like, oh, I wonder what that's saying. Oh yeah, let's bring in uranium for the base, for our fuel plant. You know, that kind of thing. That looks, it's just really has a great feel to it. And you can see the base is now pretty much built out. And that's it. So we're gonna wrap this one up here. There's tons of things for us to do, building cool monorails, building a turbo motor tower, and from there on, all new ideas are welcome. I'll shoot them down as fast as you can throw them at me. Maybe there'll be some among that I'll fall in love with. It happens. Thank you very much for joining. Hope to see you around. If you want to check out the VOD, then check out my secondary channel. There is a link in the description below, and if you find your way there, then I'd very much appreciate a subscription there, because it does help me quite a lot with getting some visibility on that channel as well, even though it's primarily redirected from here. With that, I'm gonna sign out. Thanks for joining. As always, stay effective.